Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the Thursday, August 28th General Hospital recap, Portia Robinson and Isaiah Gannon smoldered behind closed doors, while Michael Corinthos denied Drew Cain's request for shared custody. Martin Gray lobbied for Tracy Cordain's assistance at the Quartermain estate, providing her with updates on Drew's role in Stella Henry's arrest drama. Although Tracy acknowledged that she would assist Stella, she demanded that her actions be distinct from Martin's. Brooklyn Cordain informed Dante Falconer at the police station about her meeting with Giovanni Gio Palmieri at the church, letting him know that he needed further help on the birthday of his adopted mother. After a while, Dante joined Gio there and helped him along by sharing a charming story about Joel's early years. Even though Gio had no desire in becoming close to Dante, he appeared to value Dante's apologies for everything that transpired during Rocco Falconer's hospital stay. Alexis Davis returned to the PCPD to assist Stella in the interrogation room with her legal drama. Sinon Corinthos also assured Alexis that Drew will receive his just desserts after Trina Robinson accused him of being responsible for Stella's trauma. Jen Sidwell was furious at Windermere when Marco Rios admitted to lying to Drew about the judge bribery. Knowing that Drew would follow through, Marco foresaw that Michael would turn against Sonny, causing him to lose his son. From Marco's perspective, that was justice for Natalia Ramirez. Marco wasn't interested in Sonny's peers, even though Sidwell had wanted to utilize this leverage for them. Nevertheless, Sidwell was incensed by Marco's poor decision and believed they needed to focus on any potential backlash. Sidwell emphasized how crucial it was to reach Judge Heran before Sonny did because she believed that Jordan Ashford had always had his heart. Portia Robinson lost her temper with Curtis Ashford in her GH office. Curtis became agitated and confessed that he had been attempting to put all of his grudges against Portia aside in order to reunite with her as a family, but it was obviously failing. At last, Curtis made the decision to go handle the Stella matter, but Portia believed he wasn't prepared to stand up for them. Portia maintained that their marriage would be over if Curtis left. When Curtis did leave, Portia smashed a framed picture of their wedding day and started attempting to remove her ring. Isaiah, meantime, was furious at Jordan for her continued relationship with Curtis. It believed that their relationship had never really taken off because of her affections for him. When Isaiah later went to Portia's workplace, he discovered that she was still having trouble with her ring. Isaiah took Portia's hands and removed the ring while attempting to calm her. As the clothing began to come off, Portia and Isaiah made out as their passion flared. The remains of the broken wedding picture frame were found on the floor along with Portia's ring. When Drew arrived at Aurora, he warned that Michael would apologize and allow Willow to visit the children. Drew went on to say that Michael would own his error to the kids and agree to a 50-50 parenting split with Willow. Drew promised to reveal to Judge Heran the $1 million payment made the evening before their court appearance, if Michael refused to cooperate. Drew was convinced that the initial custody decision would be overturned and held Sonny accountable for the bribing. Drew additionally made a suggestion that he might use his connections to secure a more favorable judge the next time. Michael believed that any evidence was fake and refused to go turn himself in to Drew. Michael proposed delaying the visitation hearing indefinitely now that Drew was pursuing this line of inquiry. As he was leaving, Drew called Kai Taylor and asked for help in finding Carly Spencer. Drew left a hopeful voicemail for Willow. With a threat to deliver, Curtis rushed in and ended the call. Curtis promised to put an end to Drew if he didn't stop his campaign against his family. He called Sonny back with Michael and updated him on Drew's allegations regarding the bribed judge. Sonny maintained his innocence, which Michael already believed. Sidwell was apparently already planning to get rid of her and cover up his involvement, even though Sonny felt they needed to ask Judge Heran questions. According to Thursday, August 28th General Hospital teasers, Portia Robinson will issue a marriage ultimatum and Michael Corinthos will take a devastating blow. There will be some exciting scenes on the ABC soap opera because Tracy Cordain will also have a surprise visitor. Let's start by discussing Giovanni Gio Palmieri, who met Brooklyn Quarterman at the church and went on to make some progress with her. Now Gio will start to establish a relationship with Dante Falconer, who will appreciate the opportunity to learn more about his son. She will learn something that will leave her speechless over with Trina Robinson. The news of Stella Henry's arrest and the fact that Drew Kane is at fault are likely to be involved. Tracy will be taken aback by a guest who is desperate enough to approach her. So it appears that Martin Gray may try to form an alliance with her. Since Tracy and Stella have become friends, Tracy might be prepared to use her Quartermain resources, connections, and influence to support Stella. If Martin and Tracy have one thing in common, it's that Stella shouldn't be imprisoned. Stella will fear that she will have to serve her sentence even though she committed the crime. Stella will be concerned that she might end up serving time in prison now that Drew has sparked medical insurance fraud issues. After learning more about Stella's tragedy, Sanon Corinthos will become enraged and make another vow to Alexis Davis that Drew will exact revenge. Portia will become overly emotional when she gives Curtis Ashford an ultimatum. "If you leave that door, I'll know our marriage is gone," Portia yells in Thursday's GH preview video. Portia may be angry about Curtis's continued relationship with Jordan, but he might argue that since Stella is at the police station, there are more important things to be concerned about. Portia will break something in a fit of rage since it appears that Curtis will walk out on her. After that, Drew will become arrogant and confront Micheal about his newfound understanding. Following the off-screen admission of judge bribery by Marco Rios, it appears that Drew will have a lot of influence. Micheal may lose the upper hand in this custody dispute because Drew will make fun of him and threaten him. In reality, Sidwell was responsible for the bribe. But if the truth is out, Sonny would appear at fault. Sidwell will be furious when he learns that Marco lied to Drew. Marco destroyed Sidwell's well-thought-out plan, so he won't be pleased with his son at all. According to General Hospital spoilers, Marco will make an effort to justify his behavior, but it will be difficult to appease Sidwell. According to General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, August 26, Rick Lansing awoke as a hostage in the basement and Maxie Jones' poisoner was revealed. After receiving a call from an inebriated Anna Dane in his office, Jack Brennan made the decision to see her at the Brown Dog Bar. Given how long it had been since Vaughn Jocelyn Jacks checked in, Colette Moreau's appearance encouraged Brennan to cancel the mission. Colette also made fun of Brennan's relationship with Carly Spencer, but he clarified that Colette wasn't in charge and that she had no business knowing about his private life. Colette crept back in after Brennan had taken off and began searching for information. Colette called Pascal for assistance after realizing that the information she needed was in a combination locked box. Pascal told a restrained Jocelyn in a room at the Five Poppies Resort that she was disposable unless she could give WSB intelligence. Jocelyn said that if Pascal provided evidence that Vaughn was all right, she might think about blabbing. Soon after, Pascal and his men dragged Vaughn in, but when they began torturing him in front of her, Jocelyn lost it. Just before Vaughn would have been burned by a hot iron, Jocelyn finally gave in and offered the combination to the locked box. Once they were alone, Pascal viewed the camera stream of them on his tablet, seemed delighted, and strutted off after Vaughn yelled at Jocelyn for blabbing. When they were back together, Vaughn said something about game, set, match that Jocelyn appeared to understand more well. It appears that there was a covert spy communication going on, therefore Jocelyn's combination might not have been authentic. Brennan discovered Anna plastered in the Brown Dog Bar and pondered why. Brennan sympathized when Anna talked about her goddaughter Maxie and the medical drama she was going through. Additionally, Anna persuaded Brennan to cancel the trip so he could bring Joss home since she was afraid that being a WSB agent would destroy Jocelyn's life. Anna pretended that she could simply tell Carly the truth herself when Brennan was recalcitrant. But Brennan knew that was not going to happen. Lucy Coe was concerned that everyone would witness Mac's breakdown at the Port Charles Grill when she applied Deception's face cream to the air. Jen Sidwell gave lots of assurance and promised to help in solving the problem.
Lucy was shocked by the suggestion of spending the night with Sidwell, who also urged her to accompany him home. Sidwell wanted to continue their time together, so he offered one of the guest rooms. Sidwell reassured Lucy that it was a standing invitation, but she declined because she wanted to go check on Mac and Felicia Scorpio. Michael Corinthos received details from Molly Lansing Davis nearby regarding Drew Kane's restraining orders and Alexis Davis's foolish decision to openly threaten him. The topic of discussion turned to Christina Corinthos Davis's payment to Cody Bell to keep Ava Jerome away from Rick, as well as Molly's shocking discovery in the stables. Michael reasoned that since Christina and Cody might have been sincerely attempting to be helpful, Molly would want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Still irritated, Molly believed that Rick should be informed of the dubious scheme. Then Dante Falconer offered Cody a beer and some consolation from Mac's suffering now that everything had blown up. Cody also told Dante about the problematic scenario with Ava, Rick, and Molly. Alexis questioned whether Rick was dead when she saw him on the floor when she got home. Fortunately, Christina discovered a pulse and saw that Rick's pupils were twitchy after Ava struck his head. After learning that Rick had defrauded her for all the money, Alexis heard the account of how Ava had struck him with a paperweight. Alexis wanted to call the police, but Ava told him that if that happened, she would take Christina down for the car accident. All of them needed a different plan because Christina didn't want Alexis to be found guilty of embezzlement either. Later, Ava and Christina were reassured by Alexis that Rick's car had been moved to the shed so Molly wouldn't have to check because of the bats. Regarding Rick, GH viewers observed him strapped to a bed in what appeared to be a basement, gagged. Pascal wanted answers for their associate at Windermere, so Colette pressed Sidwell to make sure something had been resolved. Sidwell hinted about their ambitions for deception and maintained that he would soon have a controlling interest in it. Additionally, since the substance was working and Maxie was no longer a threat, Sidwell advised Colette to express gratitude to their associate for it. According to General Hospital spoilers, this enigmatic acquaintance is about to cause a lot more chaos, so tune in. According to General Hospital spoilers for the week of August 25 to 29, Britt Westbourne is expecting more difficulties and Willow Tate is going to make a bold proposal. There will be some significant events on the ABC soap opera since Portia Robinson will also overreact.
Fans will witness the aftermath of Rick Lansing's head injury at Alexis Davis's home. You can bet that if Ava Jerome killed Rick, she will compel Christina Corinthos Davis and Alexis to assist her in concealing the incident. Christina will later be cornered by Molly Lansing Davis to answer questions regarding her payments to Cody Bell and the Ava seduction plot. By then, Christina might be dealing with even more serious problems if she has joined a terrible Rick cover-up. Curtis Ashford will become even more enraged with Drew Kane at GH since Stella Henry will be placed under custody. There will be a shocker for Portia as well, so she might see Stella being arrested. Before making a risky choice, Portia will then shatter something in her workplace. Portia may come to regret her next course of action and retribution against Drew since we'll see her go too far. Trina Robinson may wind up planning Drew's demise as well, since she will learn about Stella's most recent developments and ask Kai Taylor for help. Can Trina persuade Kai to assist her by opening his eyes? According to other GH rumors, Giovanni Gio Palmieri will be able to relate to Marco Rios when they discuss their parents. Given that he has developed a deep bond with Sidwell, Marco can acknowledge that he is happy to have reconnected with his father. Given that they will soon experience a thaw that might facilitate Gio and Dante Falconer's bonding, the development will pleasantly surprise Dante. But what does this mean for Brooklyn Quartermaine? Additionally, Marco might regret not being able to mend his friendship with Natalia Ramirez prior to her passing. Although it won't be easy, Gio still has an opportunity to mend the harm with Brooklyn. He will put further pressure on Michael Corinthos after Willow Tate makes a bold proposal, most likely to Drew. If Drew will actually help her get back together with her kids, Willow might be open to living with him once more and rekindling their romance. When it comes to any threats and power plays he might use against Michael, it might drive him even more insane. Denny Morgan and Roku Falconer will see a body floating in the sea close by the docks.
Keep checking back for updates on how Rocco and Denny will deal with the chaos, as that will be quite shocking to them. Britt will suspect fresh turmoil is brewing at the Five Poppies Resort. Is it possible for Britt to look for Jocelyn, Jax, and Vaughn in captivity? Britt may utilize that burner phone Jason Morgan handed her if she ever needs assistance with the rescue. According to General Hospital spoilers, Britt and Jason will cross paths once more shortly, so don't miss any of the action. Molly Lansing Davis worries about her mother's terrible error, and General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, August 26th suggest that Alexis Davis will make a startling discovery. Let's talk about what's happening in Port Charles because Jen Sidwell has also promised to help with a solution in order to divert Ava Jarove attention from Rick Lansing. Cody Bell will first inform Dante Falconer about the problem he created by taking Christina Corinthos' Davis money. Now that everything has gone so wrong, Cody will worry that Molly might turn against him in the future. Molly will talk to Michael Corinthos about the mess Alexis is involved in, which is much more complicated. Molly is concerned that her mother's mistake may result in bad news because Alexis gave Drew Kane what could have been a fatal warning in a public setting. Alexis, meanwhile, appears to be getting ready for a wild welcome home. After her confrontation with Drew, it appears that Alexis will arrive home to an unpleasant surprise. What does it signify for bloodied Rick on the floor when Ava just used a decorative ball to smash his skull off the table? Ava will definitely not fall for this on her own if Rick is gone. Christina and Alexis might soon be on cover-up duty, since Ava will discuss that position on Tuesday's GH episode. Alexis hoped to finally get over the stress surrounding the blackmail, but she might end up in a much worse situation. After Maxie Jones is transferred to Mass General in Boston, Lucy Cole will rely on Sidwell for assistance. Sidwell will promise to help Lucy resolve any issues she may be having with deception. Meanwhile, Sidwell will remain silent about whatever responsibility he may have for Max's alleged poisoning. Regarding Jack Brennan, he will confront Colette and make it clear that he takes business seriously. Colette will be placed on notice by Brennan, who will also advise him not to make the same mistakes in the future. There can be deadly repercussions if Colette tries to defy Brennan once again. If Brennan discovers that Colette was the one who revealed the WSB's infiltration at the Five Poppies Resort, she may have already dug her own grave. Updates from Brennan may be delayed because Vaughn and Jocelyn Jax are being held captive. Brennan will hesitate when Anna Devane presses him to complete this task and ensure Jocelyn returns to PC unharmed. According to General Hospital teasers, Brennan will carefully consider his options, while Anna will believe that time is of the essence. Almost all of the characters on GH wish to kill Drew. He has truly become a threat to almost everyone in Port Charles. Many people want him dead since he is a terrible villain. It's becoming increasingly clear that someone will attempt to kill him as long as he keeps causing harm and ruining lives. Soaps love a good whodunit plot, and with so many potential suspects, this one would be a major mystery. It won't come as a surprise to fans if someone attempts to challenge him soon. Drew can't go on like this without something happening. But Matt isn't seem to be leaving the show, a better and newer Drew. Remember, before his personality changed for no apparent reason, Drew was a very nice guy. He's deteriorated to the point where he's incapable of making a quick recovery. He can't be saved unless something changes. Eventually, one of his many adversaries will most likely attempt to kill him. Who's to blame? This does not mean that he would die. Drew can develop a very dramatic case of amnesia. After his thrashing in Pentonville, he may awaken with no recollection. He would still be in love with Carly and only feel affection for Willow as an uncle. He believes that Michael is his nephew and close business partner, and that Curtis is still his best friend. He would demand that Scout be with her brothers even though he would not be aware that Sam had passed away. Except for everyone else remembering all the horrible things he had done, everything would be okay. So, what do you think? Drew will have amnesia? Tell us in the space provided for comment.